Okay, I'm exactly on time. I know I give usually a range because I like to feel like I have a range, but exactly on time. I'm proud of myself for this one. See the usual so that YouTube actually recognizes that I'm here. We got two already. Lou, I'm guessing that's Lou. Oh, we're down to one again. Well, I know I'm here. I'm actually very proud of myself. I'm here literally. I'm on time. Yeah, I'm on time. Yeah. Well, oh, there's zero people? Really? Okay, zero people, as if I'm not here. YouTube is very, very strange with these things work. Like, no, I'm on time finally for one of these things, and suddenly nobody's here. Should I just no, do my own thing? What do other people do in a live where other people aren't there yet? I mean, with this one, I am kind of waiting for my computer to charge, but let's try new songs. Still waiting to see if anybody else is here yet. It's like when you're hanging out with yourself. Well, there isn't anything like this. It's just me hanging out with myself, wondering if anybody else will show up with myself. Like, hey, self, are you here, self? Yeah, self, I'm here. Ah, I see a one. Yes. Hi, hello, me again. Autistic, repetitive, autistic asshole, or whatever type of thing that we'll figure out is going to be my intro. It's sort of going to be a group effort to figure that out. So, any guesses as to what today's content is? It really is just you talking to the emptiness. I mean, it pretty much is that, but the thing is that a lot of people talked about how it's strange for them when they first start doing YouTube and talking to a camera. It was funny is that I talk to myself anyways. So it wasn't really a big difference when I put on a camera. It was just like, oh yeah, okay, cool. There's actually people there responding. It's just like, start to worry when things talk back to you. But like okay, watch me put household stuff into my hair. Nice try. Firstly, Luke, could you let Snowy know? Could you do your thing? Do your thing and let the peoples know. I'm very excited about today's. Although technically I will be putting some household items in my hair. But usually I do that pretty much every single episode. Thank you. Episode. I always say episode. Well, then again, at this point, I'm putting out so many of these videos, it is becoming episodes. Except my production rate is way better. Yeah, I like this song. Do you ever download songs and then you're like, okay, I like this. I'm gonna save it. And then you go and then you come back to it and you're like, damn, this is a good song. And you're like, oh, yeah, that's why I downloaded it. I don't know if I make sense, but does that matter? I don't think so. It's funny is that I know. I saw that I dropped to 49. I told you that's why I didn't get like my hopes up too much when I got to 50 because it's like YouTube just likes to fuck with you. And they've actually been saying a lot lately, like a lot of creators have been saying this, like bigger creators. So it just shows it shows more dramatically when you don't have many subscribers. but bigger creators are saying that YouTube is like automatically unsubscribing people now randomly, and if they're like not unactive users or something, they'll unsubscribe them. I don't know why. It just seems stupid. It's bizarre. It's like, what's their standard for inactive? And then because of that, there's glitches in the system, and it'll end up just randomly unsubscribing people. So if any, just double check that you're still subscribed, please. But in any case, I think I'll wait a bit for the peoples to come, and also the fact that I kind of need to have my computer charged, because I put my setup was all together, and then I was like, shit. Of course, the one thing that I forgot to do is charge my computer. Also, I love the way I'm starting live, Lou, and you're just like, by the way, your sub count dropped. Thanks. But yeah, we're chilling today. It's so weird not having to worry because of a ring light, except the ring light still isn't properly set up. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting to see if I can help me with that. Lou, I must say my expectations are still below sea level, but my hopes are a little high for this one. Very good way to keep it, honestly. And I'm excited for this one too. I'm just waiting because I want to see if there's a couple other people at least. At least maybe Snowy. I want to see if Snowy's there. Well, the live went all acid trip on me. What do you mean? What did it do? What did it do? Did I miss an acid trip? I'm confused. For a second, your face and whole screen started melting. That's not part of today's plan. I can assure you of that. But we're talking normally. That's oddly coincidental, considering I was just watching a whole series of videos from one of my favorite true crime YouTubers, Stephanie Harlow. She's one of the reasons that I always feel incompetent and I'm not doing my part enough with my true crime videos. Mine are, honestly, I feel like my true crime is more like true crime commentary videos. Because with her, she goes into such detail. My ADHD just cannot do that. Like, I could if it was for a project or course, but if I needed to, but for something fun, nah. I'm not making money yet, so. But yeah, Stephanie Harlow, I was watching one about Charles Manson and that whole situation. So funny you mentioned acid trips. Okay, I was just checking the chat. Wait, I'm just going to check messages, see if fiance messaged me. Okay, because last night I had an interesting episode of a mood switch in which I was just kind of like calling him like, I kind of feel like committing arson, but I have self-control. I'm not a child anymore, so I'm not going to commit arson. I also have May to watch over me. She is here to watch over me and make sure I don't do dumb shit. I would not endanger the maybes. But yeah, I was just kind of like tense, and I was like, I want to break something so much right now, or set something on fire, or something like that. It was just a mood. I get that way sometimes with my mood switches, and right now I'm running out of my ADHD meds, but because of the stupid way that the system works and my stupid insurance stuff right now, getting my meds is rather annoying. He was born without a first name. No, he had a first name actually. That I found out, like with Stephanie's videos, you should No, 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 we don't step on the computer, maybe. You're welcome to say hi. You're welcome to do whatever you like, but you don't step on here. He did have a first name, actually. His mother did try. She really did. There's a whole thing. You need to watch Stephanie Harlow's videos. She does like a 7-parter thing on this. And that whole thing was a lie. He made that all up. The way he gained his cult really shows how vulnerable young people are when they're down, and when to look after them. Yeah. And it's also sad because it was probably praying. It would be like going to an AA meeting and being like, hey, I'm guessing you're down on your luck, aren't you? And it's like, yeah, of course they're gonna feel like that because they're at an AA meeting. Oh, mean bees. So you win some, you lose some. Okay, maybe what's going on? You can leave if you want to. Okay, I'm waiting for you to do what you want, dude. Like, yeah. Yeah, I think that's where I was. Oh no, I had it like that. Yeah. Maybe. It's the maybes. She sits with me for a little bit. Then she moves. Okay. You told the people, right, Lou? Lou, as soon as you told her she could leave, she jumped out of your arm. She was like, all right, I'm checking on you. You good? You good? Mama, you good? Oh, I can leave? Okay. Runs away. Children. Okay. I have to respond to message real quick. Sorry, I really wanted to be on time for this, and I was, but yeah. I hope some other people come, but I guess people will jump in. Were there any responses to the comments that you left? I also, seriously, Lou, I don't know how you're on top of this shit so much. You're like, all right, what time is it so I can pin it? Like, you know what it is already. I'm just like, you make this so easy now. It really helps because it makes it so much more like I can just be like, okay, now I get to think about the content instead of thinking about like, oh, the little details in between, because it is still a setup. Like, even though I don't edit and stuff like that, it is a bit, it's a literal balancing act when I do my thumbnails and stuff like that. I have to come up with that, and I have to come up with the descriptions, and they seem stupid, but when you've got ADHD and you're low on your meds, it is a bit of a process. I don't know. I've seen some YouTubers, or at least one, talk about like how people should they're like, oh well, it's low effort if you don't edit. It's like, no, there's effort. It's just you put the effort, you funnel it into a different area. I guess the logician personality in me. I still need to change. I think I need to change the title of the last video because we didn't exactly talk about personality types, did we? No, we didn't, but I wanted to talk about them. And I'm gonna, oh, perfect. That's what I'm gonna do on stream in the beginning while I wait for my computer to charge a bit more. Because I'll explain that. Let me just answer a message. Also, if you hear something, it's my phone. I play some music. I'm more talking about laundry. About laundry? What am I supposed to do? To tell you about my laundry? Oh, it's funny. Like, people talk about their dirty laundry. I'm like, no, let me tell you about my clean laundry. I was folding some dish towels today, and it was really sad. Just one moment. Un momento. Sorry, I'm not fast at texting, okay? We're talking about laundry and that crazy pharmacy story. Oh, didn't I finish the pharmacy story? Honestly, that wasn't crazy. That's the funny part. Like, that was just a normal thing that happens with me. I hate just being silent. I don't mean to, and I apologize. Oh, three people. Is it your ghost? Or is Snowy here or somebody else here? Okay, I'm gonna check the chat in a second. Okay, let's see. Lou, I like helping you. Your videos and streams are really enjoyable, so it's no chore to give you a hand and the setup and whatnot. I'm a slow texter as well. That was normal. I appreciate the help genuinely because like the crazy energy that I carry around, or it's not a crazy energy, it's more of a like mad scientist type of energy, I guess you could say. It makes it very disorienting, and when I say that was normal, I mean it. Like literally when I opened my eyes when they tapped on my door, I was like, "Oh, is it the police again?" Because this isn't the first time this has happened to me. And it happened to just be some random guy that was just checking on me, which was nice. It was nice that somebody wanted to check on me. But like that wasn't the first time. That was like the third or something time that I passed out in my car. Third or fourth time. Because I just like I'll sit, I'll park, I'll fall asleep, be like I just need a nap, and then people think I died in my car, I think. Usually it's the police that do it. Sometimes it's been like me passing out because of low glucose, or sometimes it's been like because my meds are off. Other times it's just, when you're manic and you're trying to adjust things and you don't want to do anything crazy. So you like go to 24-hour CVS, but you're like, I'm freezing, so let's turn up the heater. And then suddenly your body's like, let's just sleep now. Lou, you've been silent before on stream. Sometimes uh, we get the top of your head for like a solid minute or two. Oh, I guess so. I guess you guys can get the top of my head. Oh, because I'm like, oh, I get it. Okay, so this this lighting is. I'm gonna turn on a light behind it because it's just like shining and making it look like my face contains all of the sebum on this earth. Should bounce out a little bit, I think. Yeah, I think so. Okay, let's see. So, well, the last video what was the last video? Do I need to change the title? Could you tell me if I need to? Because I don't like to have inconsistencies and it's nagging at me. I want to know if I need to change that title. Because if I do, then I just want to change it real quick. That's not hard to do. And then we'll do the personality question thing while my computer is still charging. And we'll get to the high hopes thing. I'm not going to let you down with that. Don't worry. I'm just waiting to see if anybody else shows up. And it's going to be including some certain things that might involve this, maybe not. Let's see. Take out the Myers-Briggs, replace it with like pharmacy story or something. Okay, thanks. I guess I'll just I'll change it later to because I can do it on my computer all at once. I'll just write down, change it to passing out in a CVS parking lot. Why is it I pick up the green notepad, then decide, oh, great idea to pick up the green pen. Oh well. Okay. So I saved the people tend to roll in on their own. What do you mean roll in on their own? I don't understand what that means. How do you not click on it on a video with that title? How do you not click on a video with that title? I mean, yeah, the thing is, it's really funny to me. Everybody else needs clickbait. Meanwhile, I'm like, can I just not pass out in a parking lot for once? At least I'm a safe driver, okay? Like, people are like, it's so weird that you're passing out. Well, what do you want me to do? Fall asleep at the wheel? I think it's better that I pull over to do that. My personal opinion. So, and it's, I don't make this stuff up. The fact that, like, I'd pass that apple, I'd have police officers be like, hey, ma'am, are you okay? Or I was walking my cat once and this guy was like, you sure you're not on drugs? Or it was a police person. Or the fact that a guy on meth ran into the side of my car. And I'm still pissed. Like, this isn't stuff I'm making up because I feel like a lot of people like to make up the, like, it says passing out a CVS parking lot. Oh, for some reason I didn't see that part. I'm just saying that as your stream progresses, the regulars and new viewers and creepos come in. That's true. But anyways, it's like a lot of people have to exaggerate things that happen in their life, and I always find it very hilarious because it's like, well, I'm bored all the time. I get bored so easily, and I'm sitting here thinking, why are other people having to exaggerate their story times and shit, and I'm sitting here bored? Meanwhile, my shit isn't exaggerated at all. I'd love for it to be, otherwise there wouldn't be a side mirror duct taped currently. Like, you win some, you lose some. Okay, so for the Myers-Briggs, let's start off with, okay, we're at 46% with my computer charging, so man, those Patreon stories are gonna be off the chain. Seriously, you guys haven't heard anything yet. I'm serious. Once I finish setting that shit up, it's gonna be really worth it, believe me. Can you do lives on Patreon? Because it's way easier when there's like someone like you, Lou, who can be like, hey, back on topic. Go back on topic. Okay, but just so I'm not like just teasing the whole thing in the video, because I always hate it when people, oh, there are? Okay, thank God. All right. I'll probably enlist you with that too. Today we will be dyeing my hair, and we're doing a live watch me fail, because as I've said, my style changes a bit. The watch me fail, it'll lose its like, it'll lose its it won't be as great as it was with the old ones because those I made them a long time ago and I attempted to edit with some of them. Actually, I think all of the Watch Me fails before were like attempted editing, and the more recent Watch Me fail was a board tour, which I thought was funny, got less views, but hey. So we're doing a live Watch Me fail, which I just thought would be really, really fun to see what it would be like to interact with you guys as I'm doing the Watch Me fail, because it's probably going to be a lot of no, 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 don't, no, I saw that coming. Have it private and have it be private to only your patrons. Yeah, that's the type of live that I need. It would just be like I'd set it up and time it so that only the patrons would know. A live die, yeah, just different kind of dying live. Live die. That's it. That's funny. Have you been putting stuff in your hair as a way to hunt? I'm guessing you meant hint towards this. This thing, yes. The rest, no, but that sounds way clever. So let's go with way more clever. When you got curly hair and hair like mine, like it grips onto things. So you're like, makes it interesting for thumbnails. I don't like to edit. Might as well But actually, that inspires me. Maybe now I'll hint to things. So pick out the colors first. We have After Midnight, which is, I'm going to turn on some other lights. Wait, tell me how excited you are on a scale of 1 to 10, because I'm really excited for a live Watch Me fail. Let me turn on lights. That light's on, this light's on. It's that in between time when it's like weird. Is this lighting better? No, this is fine. I never know. Just turn down a little bit. That's better, okay, because I don't like when it's too bright. When it's too bright, it bothers me. But now it's not enough. Okay, do this. There. Fine. It's very difficult to have a ring light and to do all that because you need it while you're doing the YouTube stuffs when you're autistic, because it's also like, God damn it, there's something bright in front of me and it's really annoying. A 9. I said for excitement, all right? Yeah, I think I said for excitement or interest, excitement. Either way, 9 out of 10 is good for whatever I asked for. So I just now have a problem where this happens every time I dye my hair. I have to remember what each thing meant. Like the After Midnight, I know is very, very dark blue. And I have some Arctic Fox. Let me just review some different types for you all, okay? For anyone that wants to dye their hair, is thinking of doing this type of stuff, all right, no matter what anyone tells you, Arctic Fox smells sweet, but that's about as good as it gets because this will last like, what, 3-4 washes? Maybe. That's on bleached hair, too. This is it has really pretty colors, really, really pretty colors, but doesn't last as long as Manic Panic. People think Manic Panic is like the whole splat one-time thing. No, I am tried and I am seasoned when it comes to hair dye and stuff like that. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this shit. And also, no matter what it says, if it's a non-natural color, any hair dye is never permanent. It'll always wear off a little bit, but it'll be permanent in its effect on your hair. And any type of hair dye, even if they try to tell you it's permanent blue or something, it's semi-permanent. It's just a matter of how long each type lasts. And different brands do different things. And within it, you also have the Manic panic, the ones that are like high voltage, and then the amplified, those are two different kinds. And then ion smells like shit, doesn't last as long, is more damaging, believe me. Lou, there have been a couple of streams before that you called Watch Me Fail as a joke, but this one is the first planned one. Yeah, this one somewhat planned. This one I was getting pissed at the side of my hair. It was just depressing me. And the other day when I went to CVS, I almost impulsively was like, should I just dye my hair jet black? And then I was like, restrain yourself, even in this mood swing, you'll regret it, which I would have. I will dye the top part because I can't. Usually, what I like to do is every 6 months to a year in normal non pandemic times, I would just get my whole hair bleached and dyed blue. And then as it grew out, I keep doing the dyeing, but it would just be, I put the dark blue so it would end up being like a blue black as my hair grew out because I wouldn't let it grow out to even like hit the sun to get even tints from the sun or anything like that. That wouldn't be happening. That was not an option. I guess okay, I think I'm getting it now. The reason this is kind of weird for me is because now you guys can see me very well, and it's like now in the camera I can see all of my acne very well. 2 thumbs up for the stupid system they have for Accutane, but that's another thing to rant about. Lou, have you decided which colors? That's what I haven't done yet, and that's what we're here to see what's gonna happen. A lot of the time when I do this, to be honest, it's just, well, put it on your head and see what happens. Oh, I just realized I have a pastelizer. This, you mix it with any of them and it turns it into a pastelish color. But for anyone that ever wants to do pastel, you either have to be naturally bleached blonde, aka just born blonde, or bleaching the hell out of your hair and got lucky and it didn't fall out, and then tone it and it's not orangey. It's very difficult to get to pastelish color if you don't naturally have lighter blonde colored hair. But this pastelizer hair thing, you know what I call that? It's like I can do that. Just 6 to 8 weeks later, we'll see the pastel version of what I dyed my hair. Then we have blue steel. This is a color that I sort of just stick on my head when I'm running out of places that I need to just have dyed within the blue tones. And it's like a bluish tone. It's not really pastel, but it's not really vibrant. It's just a dullish. I don't know how to explain it, but we also have some reds. Now, red. These are these are kind of like I want to try it. I want to test it. I want to try it because they're very vibrant. But if you don't do it if you want to change your mind anytime within the next like year, 2 years. Like, this is so difficult to get out of your hair. No matter how much bleaching you do, it doesn't matter. It's incredibly difficult to get out of your hair. Are they too vibrant? The reds, you mean? Red, it's not about vibrancy all the time within pigments. Sometimes it's just the type of pigment, which I've learned also as an artist. Like, I think really my interest in art probably did start to begin with my hair, and I liked it with my hair, and then I like doing it with my eye makeup because those were just like you can just get rid of it. And then I love painting. This one I can just paint my hair. Yeah, the red pigments stick much more than other ones. If you notice, like for example, if you're ever doing food colorings, if you accidentally put in some red, it's very different than when you accidentally put in some like yellow or blue or something. You used your hair and eyes as the canvas. Basically, yeah, I did. And thinking about it now, I didn't know that before. And it was also my outlet of like when I needed to do something crazy or I'd feel restless and I needed change. And that's kind of where I get this feeling now, too. I get that a lot. And it's a common thing when you have hypomania or something like that. Surprise, surprise to any future employers. No, I'm not crazy. I'm just, okay, I want to change. Great. I'm going to dye my hair. Woo! Really a danger. Not actually going to commit arson or anything like that. Really, I just need to restrain myself and not do the red color because it is fun to have that maroonish red color and it can look nice. But then I also remember the fact that, as you can see, as pale as I am, no matter how pale I am, you can still see some red. So, red hair plus pale skin that is reddish, it just brings out all the red that doesn't need to be brought out. Now, putting magenta-ish tones, I've done that at the roots of my hair, but that's usually in more desperate times. So, right. To let any future employers know, I'm not crazy. I mean, not in the way that's a danger to others. Or myself most of the time. I want to be a physician. I wouldn't go into the profession if I thought that I couldn't do it. Are you leaning towards any color or dye? Well, I'm obviously going to be doing my blue. I always love doing blue. I call myself blueberry. It's just a matter of like what shades of blue which mixes because sometimes I love to include purple. Interesting thing, purple and violet tones for some reason, hardest ones to get to stick in my hair. No matter how much I try. Like there's a color called ultraviolet. Yeah, that ultraviolet that bitch doesn't want to stay. That bitch just leaves me over and over and over again. It's so difficult to get it to stay. So that's when I'd use some of the harsher ones on your hair specifically, or just the colors themselves. Well, also my hair, firstly, violet and those colors is in and of itself, those kind of lean towards the pastel type, so it is harder for it to hold. But the more the purple leans towards the red, the more it will stick. The more it leans towards the purple, towards the blue, it's going to be a little bit harder to stick because if you go to the blue and you get the blue to the greenish color, that'll stick more. Remember, like the primary colors are primary for a reason. And specifically with my hair, just runs in my family, our hair just doesn't hold dye well, which is great considering I like to use myself as a canvas. Very convenient. So let's see what other things I have in here. What damage can be done. Icy white. Icy white. 2 things of icy white. What is this? Are these like toners? Are these like, I think these are to tone pre-lightened hair or highlighted hair, enhance, change, or increase the color intensity, cover and blend gray hair, add fashion tones, add color immediately following a relaxer or permanent wave. Okay, I see what, I think this is one of those to like intensify. Yeah, this is by the brand Ion, And Ion, don't get me wrong, their hair color isn't bad. Their hair color does stick pretty well, but it also is a bit more damaging. And depending on like how much you want, it's more of like, are you looking for long term to continuously dye your hair? Do you want your hair to be able to keep up with it, or do you want your hair to just be good with the one off and then we can like go back later? So that's, oh, okay. And I've got these and this. Oh, okay. I was wondering more. We have this one. Yes, Atomic Turquoise. This one is tried and true. Atomic Turquoise has sort of a greenish tone, but the turquoise, it sticks pretty hard, and that's how it that's probably why I've been left with somewhat of a greenish tone, but I don't mind because that's why it left a turquoisey tone. It's sort of like when you've been dyeing your hair for as long as I have been, it's like planning for when it starts to fade. You just get used to the idea. Okay, this lighting needs to go down. Okay. I think that's okay. Yeah, that seems fine. So I have that as an option. And then we have periwinkle. Now this periwinkle shit is the whole violet thing. It's that in between ground that's probably not going to stick as much. Also, it's Arctic fox. Don't care what people tell you. Yeah, it's nice to your hair. What does that mean? It's not going to dye your hair. It just rips you off when these people are like, oh yeah, it'll last long. It's not 6 to 8 washes. It's 4, if you're lucky. 4 to 6, maybe. 6 to 8 if you're already blonde. Like, it depends on who you're talking to. If you're a blonde, blue-eyed white person, yeah, maybe. But it's also a matter of how deep do you expect the tone to be, etc., etc. Like the hair dye morning after pill. Wait. Oh, you mean like the way I'm considering it? I'm confused at what you mean with that. 4 to 6, might as well dump a paint bucket on your head. Exactly. They say 4 to 6 washes, and that's why there's a reason why you guys like shit on me. It's like you don't shower much. No, I do. I shower. I clean the body. It's just we don't wash the hair that much for a reason. Or they'll be like 6 to 8 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, or something like that. That's why you have to know how to plan the type of dye and how long it's gonna last. And hopefully, if you're lucky, it won't fade too much, too fast, or too like horrible. It won't like fade too obviously, not obviously, but it won't be like, it's vibrant, then one shower and then it's gone. I personally don't care if you shower. I just find it funny to tease you about it. Yeah, I know. I obviously know that, but I mean like it's still it is funny to tease about it, but it's also funny to be like, you guys need to understand there's a reason. Like I'm sitting here genuinely being like, I have a reason though. Okay, wait, what colors was this? Oh, yeah, this. I saved it. I always keep a backup. A good idea to have a backup is like just keep something, which is black hair dye. All else fails, just dye my hair black. Like if I really fuck shit up, just dye it black. So that's why I have that. I always keep like a plan B, basically. That's my plan B. That's the plan B pill, is the black hair dye. It's used because I would use it like sometimes at the roots when it would start to fade randomly. I would want, because since I haven't been able to get it bleached, I was like, well, shit, might as well just dye it really dark. And actually, considering that, I might as well just dye it really dark. Dye this part really, really. Then what one is this one? This one is Intensive Shine. What's the color? Can I know the color? I think it's like supposedly a silver thing. Oh, this one's supposedly violet. These are ion. I'm not as fond of ion. Um, and I can also catch a whiff of you in the morning. A whiff of me in the morning? We don't usually stream in the morning. Also, I do have scent, but mostly it's Arm and Hammer. I don't know. And this is the deodorant I use. I don't use the kind that has the aluminum or however you want to pronounce it in it, because that essentially just blocks your pores. It makes no sense. Oh, right, travels all the way to Texas. Okay, so for hair, I think I won't be doing blue steel as much. Periwinkle or violet. I'm genuinely considering just putting a ton of black hair dye around the root area because I'm just sick of it. Like just being this weird, like some random strands of lighter hair. So and then we have this one. Wait, I need to look up what After Midnight looks like. Okay, the After Midnight looks like it would be good. I think I'll do the After Midnight. I'll add in some of the periwinkle, some of this. And see, what I usually have to be careful with is this one. The one that's the black hair dye, because that's the one that you can't undo. But here we go. Let's see. The whole neighborhood kept asking me to buy you, make you shower. Haha. Black would even it out at the roots. Yeah, I know, but it's just sort of like, because you see there's the roots and there's also these, and I don't necessarily want those to be. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that in here, that hair dyed one. Okay, but let's get this going, because I'm just at this point I'm just wasting time. Step one. Why does it smell like someone's having a barbecue? I saw a bunch of people out earlier today. Yeah, we start with the earlier part. Curly hair, interesting fact, is curly hair holds in a lot of the hair, so whenever you comb it, it looks like a bunch of hair is falling out, when really it's more of that the hair just couldn't fall out naturally, because people naturally lose a lot of hair, like, just falls out. Haven't seen your hair down in a video in a bit. Yeah, it's because I haven't liked the color of it, so it looks like it's just entirely black in this lighting. It's also because it's extremely dirty right now. So we'll start with this part. And then we have to move to the next area, which is the area that I set up specifically for this. I made sure to set up a hair dyeing area. Okay. Imagine if you like call someone on the phone. This could go like the connotations could end up really good or really bad. Like if you're saying like, yeah, I'm going to the dyeing room. Like depending on what the context is, it could go really good or really bad. Oh, I need to find some. Damn it! I have to find some gloves. Why is there always extra shit that I forget about? I don't even care if my hands look dirty. It's just that it doesn't come off for ages. Okay, I'm wondering if you guys can still hear me. I'm gonna assume you can. Currently having the struggle of not knowing what to do because I don't think I have gloves, which is problematic when you're dyeing hair. And it's not like I care, but the problem is that how do I? Okay, I can finagle some club. This is how it's a live watch me fail. We've already started, folks. Get yourselves ready. It has begun with the watch me fail. Okay, the box comes with me to the room. This is going to be a very mobile stream because we're going to need to move around a lot, hence mobile. But at least I've decided which colors, so that takes out some of the questions. Let's see, haven't seen your hair. It's really funny audio. What's funny audio? From far away? Oh, Lord. Of course, I just set it down there. And I'm like, now it's time to go over here to look for something. I think I have like a bag of gloves in my car, but do I feel like going to my car to get that? No. My hands are small. And this could work. It could work even better because then you can just. This is what my life has come to. My hand is in a sandwich bag, and I just started. Let's not think too hard about what I just did and the fact that it's going to actually help me. Let's just go with it. That's all I've got at this point, all right? This is where the low expectations or lack thereof come in handy. Just you in the kitchen and all the noises was funny. Okay, at least you guys can hear and it's humorous. I'm glad that part's funny because we're about to get to the real watch me fail part. I was feeling like, I'm feeling a bit discouraged. Is this really going to be funny? Oh yeah, we've already started. I'm now going to use sandwich bags and ziplock my hands into them as gloves. It has begun. the fail part for the Watch Me Fail has been fulfilled. Yeah, it's not like I start the Watch Me Fails like, oh, it's time for me to do something that I'm gonna fail at. It's more of just like, I'm a very clumsy person, and listen, I'm MacGyver my way through life in general, so what can we expect? It's very disorienting, knocking all over the place. I do this. Okay. My apple juice. Computer there. Okay. Here we go. And this is why I prepared different angles. Yeah, I think this one's a better angle for the computer. Yeah, that's better, because we're gonna have to go with this. I can believe it. I don't want to, but I can. The thing is, when you've been dyeing your hair for so long, it does become kind of obsolete to have like a bunch of all the extra steps in between. It's just going to be real hard if I want to scroll through the chat or anything. So yeah, Lou, you're going to be helping me a lot. Let's begin. The thing is, I could try to blame this on the pandemic, like, oh, I'm losing my mind because of the pandemic. But no, this would probably happen even if it weren't for the pandemic. It's just, yeah. Thank you. You guys better keep it down here in the chat. All right, come on. He's talking to themselves now. I was hoping Snoopy could join. Want to try to get Snoopy here again? Okay, we got that one. This. Surprisingly, this isn't as hard as you think it is. This is actually pretty efficient. Guys, like, take my advice in the future. Don't, but like, consider it. Oh Lord, I just have this feeling that this is gonna. I always end. I start this with the feeling of like, oh, maybe I'm not gonna meet the expectations. Nope, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Should I put it in the title before I start? No, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just trying to make up any reason not to. Okay, but genuinely. Black at the roots first? No, we put in the blue first, so that way there's no black hair dye in there randomly. I just realized that we have one problem, is that normally I tie up my hair as it goes, but I only have like one hair tie, so we're really working. Oh, well. Those sandwich hands are pretty efficient to meet what expectations. I don't remember even mentioning the word expectations, but if I did, shame on me. Okay. Here we go. There's no turning back now. Lord. the age of 21, I would be applying hair dye to my head using sandwich bag hands. No. Am I surprised? No. Confused at how I ended up here. A little bit, but not surprised, honestly. Okay. It has begun. Checking if there's anything in the chat. This better end up fucking blue. Swear if this dye doesn't. I have some expectations for this hair dye. Just minor ones, but they better be met. Like the lengths of which I'm going currently. I guess considering that I have to make so many more adjustments, I am going much slower than usual. Probably is going to be much more like detailed, because normally I always miss like a few things in the back, like a few bits of hair in the back. Honestly though, this sandwich bag hands thing, it's actually working. Like, I didn't expect that to work. See, MacGyvering my way through life, alright? I'm smart. I'm acting as if it takes a genius to use sandwich hands. I mean, it's clever to come up with it in the moment, alright? Alright, okay. This is what I can tell myself to feel better about the fact that I'm applying hair dye to my head while I'm with my hands in fucking sandwich bags. You don't know how hard I'm trying to like burst that out. Jesus. The long and winding road of life has many unknown turns. Yeah, that's true. That would irritate the hell out of me, having a few strands of hair in the back totally different colors. Yeah, it does irritate me, believe me. It's just that this time I have no choice but to be very slow and because Plastic Hands has some ideas of its own. Okay, let's add in the periwinkle. Just to see what happens. It's been so long since I dyed my hair. Oh, I miss dyeing my hair. Okay. Okay. I'm being extra careful too because I'm gonna be in real big trouble if I get anything anywhere. So I have to be very careful. And I wouldn't mind if the strands in the back are a different color, to be honest, as long as they're blue. It just would upset me if I like missed it. Like that happened to be that one unlucky part was the one I missed. Oh Lord. Oh Snowy, I see you there. Is this what you expected to jump in on? Let's see. Oh, Jesus. Hey, what's up with Edward Ziploc hands? I was trying to figure out what it was reminding me of. Edward Ziploc hands. I'm Edward Ziploc hands right now. Sandwich hands should be your beauty parlor name if you ever start one. Can't say I did. What's up, Snow? Hey, Snow, I'm so glad you could join us. This train wreck, I don't even know what to call this. It's just me losing my mind live, essentially. I didn't have gloves, okay? And I'm a quick thinker. Yeah, let's call it that. Say stuff in the chat, please. So I got something to respond to. It was funny. Oh, Jesus Christ. Snowy. Lou was surprised earlier that the whole pharmacy story wasn't. When I said it was kind of normal, Lou was surprised. I direct this at Snowy because I figure, from what I can remember, I'm pretty sure, Snowy, you've been around a while, kind of know just, I was doing so well. I forgot my train of thought. This is so stressful. The reason it's stressful literally has nothing to do with my hair. It's because I just don't want to get this anywhere because I don't want to have to clean anything up. And also, I'll be in big trouble if I get dye on anything. Oh, Lord. Won't we just... Okay, we're at the point of most of it's covered. So now you just squish dye in wherever any space is left. Lord, have mercy on me. Don't be surprised, guys, by the way, if after this, you won't see the final product until, tomorrow. You guys might have to wait, because this probably takes a lot of spoons out. Not regular spoons, just normal people, tiredness. Let's see. And a very interesting page in your psychological journey diary. Oh yeah, I imagine you sleep in CVS parking lot every time you go to bed. Why does she look like she's in agony? I kind of am. Look, I'm trying my best. It's also because my hair is longer. I've never dyed my hair when it's been this length. I've never had hair this long. I've been cutting it routinely since I was a child, keeping it extremely short. suddenly out of nowhere it's longer, and I'm like, I don't know where this came from. And I'm desperately trying not to get not to get blue on anything. But also, there's this fact that I'm gonna have to wash it out at some point. Oh. Oh, Lord. Yeah, I'm not used to having this much hair to deal with. Like, genuinely, I'm not used to having, like all this. I'm not used to this. If you see my old Watch Me Fails, they're much shorter hair. I'm not used to this shit. Ugh. This is what it's like with the Watch Me Fails behind the scenes. There's a reason that they were called Watch Me Fail. There's a reason that they got the name. I guess the reason why they're that popular. People like to watch people in pain because that's the end of it. Okay, nothing else is said that's new. Now I am torn because I haven't put like dye directly at my roots. Oh no, the little hairs here, you will not be escaping. I hate how this hair is always escaping. Do not escape this time. And then it almost died. I mean, it's all correct. Is it clickbait to put in the almost died part? Yeah, I'm gonna leave the black hair dye for if I really need it, but okay, we're at this point. We've reached this point. We've reached that point. I mean, it's like when you get to a point where you have an unedited video, that's where you know things are extreme. Get out. This is the part where the parts of my hair, like the literal, like the parts, end up looking as if I have some very strange disease. Damn it. Oh my god. Kind of remembering why I stopped doing these videos. But also, like, doesn't mean that this would have sucked any less if I weren't on camera. It would have sucked either way. Okay. Has this been entertaining? I really hope so. I hope it has been, because I had to do a whole setup for this. I hope it was worth it. I'm almost at the point of being like, fuck you guys. You wanted this. No, but genuinely, I really hope this was worth it. I hope you guys actually like this. It's actually funny. Or if I've just gone through this for nothing. God, are the ends gonna still not be that? You know how hard it is to dye your hair while you have sandwich Ziploc bags on your hands? No, you probably don't, because I doubt many people do. Quality. Why don't you just do it with your bare hands so your hands match your hair? Because I have to clean up things, and if my hands are already blue, then I'm gonna get blue on everything else. Something has to not be blue. Because remember, it's gonna turn blue, believe me. My hands will be blue because I have to wash it out of my hair later. Whenever I end up putting dye in my hair, everybody else is so worried about time. Meanwhile, I'm like, no, time is just it's just a concept. It's not real. No, it's not the time. Just difficult hair. Okay, I'm aware that the back of my neck is like completely blue, but did I miss any hair? Please tell me. Hope I didn't. Could you see? You can be like that song FL65. I don't know what it is. It's kind of dark, but it doesn't look like it. Well, if it looks dark, then we're good. That means I got everything. Because the color that I was trying to get rid of was this like yellowish green that was starting to get everywhere. Oh. Okay. This is actually the cleanest my hands have ever been after dyeing my hands, I think. Granted, there's this, that part didn't make it. I don't think there's nothing there. This is just like the step one, though. We have to see what happens after I wash it. Because I have to wash it out. I never understand why they say, like, oh, just rinse out of hair. Don't wash it out. It's like, what? No, you have to put shampoo and conditioner. You don't just say, all right, let me just rinse it out. No, you'll just have dye in your hair for days. You have to actually shampoo it out. There's a reason, like, when they dye your hair in a salon, they take you and then they wash your hair and then dry it with the blow dryer and all that. I just don't do the blow dryer stuff. Okay. That one's done. That one's done. Okay. Da 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 da. Now we have hair that is being dyed. Okay. I hope this Watch Me Fail is quality content. Personally, I did work hard on setting all of this up. Thank God that's over. Let's see. It's kind of, hopefully you didn't stain the sink or floor. Ziplocs work. Great success. Thank you. I did. I had to. That's why the setup took longer earlier because I had to put cloths down everywhere. We laughed. We cried. Once you laughed, I cried. She almost died. It is moderately terrifying to do that with your computer right there, while you're also surrounded by things that are colored white in a house that is not yours, without full towels that you can get away with getting dye on, and you don't have gloves. Like, just doing all that, take all of that into account. And I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm gonna get the blue hair. I'm gonna have the blue hair. I'll get the blue hair. I think I did it fairly well. It probably looks like you just murdered a Smurf in there. The number of times I've been told that. Uh, I often get after I actually know that it's gonna look like I murdered a Smurf based on my hands. Currently, just my wrist. My wrist and thumb area. You can see like the clear cutoff where the Ziploc was. But once I have to wash this out, then it's gonna really look like a bloodbath of Smurf blood bath. I'm actually really excited. I was getting really sick of having my hair be that that greenish color. It's just very frustrating because I'm not used. I think this time was a lot harder also because it was just longer. I'm not used to having hair longer. Even though it doesn't seem that long, it's much longer than what I'm used to dyeing. And this isn't my house. It was green for a good while. I know. Yeah. I didn't like that. Remember, I think you were the one saying like, "Are we gonna see the green hair or something?" You were talking about that before in the comments or the chat. I forget. But yeah, it ended up looking green. I don't mind green. Green is better than like a brownish yellow color. I prefer the green. Well, I know it was you, Lou. I was just curious, like, what exactly were you asking for before? I forget. I just thought we could be twins. Oh, do you have green hair? If so, kudos to you. It's a commitment to dye your hair green because it's very hard, like, to put on any other color. When you do green, it's difficult because it's different when something fades to green than if you dye your hair green. My YouTube L is green. Ah, that's what you mean. That's what I was guessing initially. But it's different when you let something fade to green. It was more of a turquoisey green because I didn't put green hair dye in. I put a little bit of the turquoise dye in. But green hair dye, the problem is when you can't mix much with it without it ending up being just a brownish color, kind of ugly green. No, the green doesn't look that bad. I was about to put this in my hair, and then I was like, no, 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 bad idea. We wait for that. I'm going to finish this, and then after that, it will be the end of this Watch Me Fail. I hope it has been entertaining. It's a lot of work to do the setup for that, though. To set up for that and then do this. And I don't think I might come back on later. Or wait, I haven't looked at my phone in a bit. Not like many people talk to me. Let's see in the shuffle. This playlist that I have, I called it Crash Cart Thoughts. Mm, I don't remember what this song sounds like, but it's called Is That a Thing? I'm forgetting that it's like winter and it seems like it's later than it is. As Watch Me Fail goes, this has been a success, which is kind of paradoxical. Did you really drop your phone? Yeah, I actually did. That wasn't like intended. I didn't do that. I genuinely don't do things just for the comedic effect. That was just um I'm glad that this Watch Me Fail's been a success. I can't believe it's only 6 p.m. Well, I'm glad I started this early considering that I'm dyeing my hair. Well, I have a feeling that I do want to come back online because I'm having a lot of fun and I want to show like what my hair is gonna end up. I'll just need some time, a little extra time to let the dye set and then to wash it out and all that shit and then to come back with that. And so that's done. So a few hours from now, I should be able to. So a few hours from now, I'll be back, most likely. If not, let's see what's going on in the chat. I see. Um, Also, a very entertaining live existential crisis. We're having fun as well. Speak for yourself, Snow. Oh, I should hope you're having fun, Lou. um, and it'll be a watch me clean. I don't know, watch me clean or watch me like what do they call it? Like damage control. Just trying to keep the collateral damage to a minimum. Do you guys hear that? I just made this playlist. It's newer. So I don't know all the songs on it. It was just kind of like, okay. Anyways, yes, in a few hours I will be joining you guys. Probably around like 6. It'll be late, so like around 7 or 8 PST. It's the reason it's called Crash Cart. I was watching a medical TV show when I was thinking of it, and my thoughts often feel like they need a crash cart. You know, like the medical crash carts. Song this Queen of the Freaks. Perfect one to go out of. Go. Okay, I'll upload this one and change the name of the other one and come back in a couple hours. Will you two be available? I need. How do I do super chats? Can people pay me? Like, I need money. I don't think YouTube lets you have super chats until you hit a certain point. You check if I have enough snacks and low expectations. I think you have to have a certain amount of subscribers to be partnered. Oh yeah, I think that's the annoying part. That's why at least I'll have the Patreon. I'm literally almost done with that. I just have to figure out like the tiers of what I'm gonna do for each one. YouTube takes like a third out of super chats. Again, I don't intend to have YouTube as my primary income because YouTube sucks in this way. It really sucks the way YouTube is, honestly. Hi, Cooper. Why is it always when I'm about to sign off, people always join in? All right. Well, Coop, Sylvie, and Lou. I should be back in a couple hours. I'm letting the dye set. So the Sunday nighters will be sad that you won't have an OnlyFans. Depends on which stories I tell, which ones I don't. Believe me, like the stories, when I say stories, I don't mean like OnlyFans type of stories. I mean just the levels of craziness. All right, well, I will talk to you guys soon. So be back in a couple hours. I'm excited. Bye. Positive vibes. Send them out. Please. I need them as much as I can get.